Hi, my name is Krissy Oates and I am Miss Earth New York 2008. Welcome to Keeping It Green Now.
We're gonna have a good time. Where I can stretch in this space, chill a moment over there and find a different place. And chill, the thrill lies in the chase. Another different spot, another air to taste. 5 cents, getting information feels so great. Going all over the place, but I'm walking straight. I'm blessed and grateful to seize another day. Hopefully get where I'm going, hopefully won't be late. Cause as I move, the earth it rotates non-stop. No accelerator, no brakes. I wanna use that momentum, whatever it takes. Embrace it, put the wind on my face while streams become lakes and rivers the ocean. I'm floating like a guest that the planet is hosting. Action is the method that will show my devotion. So let's go outside and get open.
Right now we're standing here with Mark Albrecht from Toyota and he's going to talk about the highway to the future.
That's right, Krissy. We're actually out here for Earth Day in New York City right now. We're actually debuting a mobile road tour for 18 and a half months all throughout the United States. And we have all 3 of Toyota's hybrid vehicles here. The first one that we're actually looking at here is the Toyota Prius. Was introduced in North America in 2000. This has been Toyota's flagship vehicle. It's a purpose-built vehicle. It was designed to cheat the wind. It uses very lightweight steel components. It's got a great coefficient of drag, meaning if you were driving down the road, basically the wind glides right over it.
Okay.
As you can see from inside here, it's got a lot of great amenities that you would normally find in any other vehicle. But some of the things that make it unique in here is the actual drive system. A hybrid itself is both a gas and electric vehicle. And so what that means is, on this particular vehicle, during startup and low speeds, the gas engine is turned off and you're driving from electricity from a battery goes to electric motor, and that electric motor will actually move the vehicle forward. And then at higher speeds, what happens is the gas engine will turn on. So you can see some of the features in here. One thing that's really nice is these vehicles, these are all the keys right here, but it's actually a key fob, so you don't actually need a separate key to put in the car and actually turn. It just has a little push button start right there.
And I'm sure everyone is wondering how much gas mileage does it save?
Well, not only on gas mileage, but also in pollution as well. This vehicle is rated as an advanced technology partial zero emission vehicle. For 2000 EPA standards, it will get 48 miles to the gallon in the city and 45 miles a gallon on the highway.
Wow, very nice. So Mark, we spoke about the hybrid cars, but I've been dying to know what this huge truck is doing here.
This is Toyota's mobile hybrid experience, or we like to call it the highway to the future. You can see individuals over here, they're waiting to go inside this mobile experience. It gives individuals a glimpse of the future, also the state of our world. We've worked closely with the Department of Energy, the Environmental Protection Agency, the Sierra Club, National Wildlife Federation, also the American Lung Association, and the Arbor Day Foundation. Inside the exhibit, a lot of the material is green. We worked with a company called Freeform to actually make eco-sensitive material. So as they go through the exhibit, they get a glimpse, again, of the state of the world, Toyota's involvement, environmental responsibility, learn about alternative fuels and hybrid technology. So,
All right, I'm dying to see this.
All right, let's do it. Let's head over there. People go through the exhibit here, they get a better understanding of what Toyota's doing, not just in the environmental aspect, but also the hybrid synergy drive. So what's actually going on behind the scenes. They also learn about alternative fuels. And the way that they do that is this right here. It's actually a packet of organic basil seeds that you can take home and plant, a little gift courtesy of Toyota. But you notice on the front, there's actually a barcode here, and that barcode allows individuals to scan and learn about the technology. When they leave here today, they can go to the website, toyota.com/highway, enter in that 6-digit code, and they can see how their answers compare to everybody else that goes through this exhibit. And sometimes we get, close to 1,000 people that come through in a day. And so you can see, do people throughout the United States think that technology and science is the way to repair our current energy predicament, or is it looking to personal conservation and efficiency?
Okay.
So really it's a museum where they can go through at their leisure, read, and just get a better understanding of the state of our world.
Wow.
Okay, what what we're looking at right now is a map of Toyota's environmental leadership. This by far is not everything that Toyota is doing throughout the world, but it gives individuals an idea of some of the things that Toyota is working on as far as reducing waste, building greener buildings, or even recycling end-of-life vehicles. We had talked a little bit earlier about the battery technology and how they're recyclable and how Toyota works with dealers, individuals to get those batteries back. You can see that not even just the batteries, but water pumps and alternators and steering racks, door panels, windshields, those are all recycled components can be put back into the vehicle. Toyota's long-term goal is to build vehicles of 95% recycled material. So how does Toyota do that? Well, they actually developed a system called EcoVAS, and EcoVAS is a set of guiding principles that they use to evaluate a impact on the environment. So it's not just in the automotive industry, but let's say that they're building a building, such as a design center or manufacturing facility. And what they do is they say, okay, if we're going to get that material, where is it going to come from, and how can we do it in the most environmentally friendly way? In this case, when we're talking about building a vehicle, what are the parts and manufacturing in the assembly process? How is that going to be environmentally friendly? Then when driving the vehicle itself, the fuel consumption, how can we actually reduce those greenhouse gases and reduce the amount of nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide that's coming out of the tailpipe? The maintenance, what's going to actually happen to replacement parts, spark plugs, air filters, fuel filters? And then again, talking about the disposal, how they can actually get those components back. So they really think of it as a full circle of how Toyota's thinking about being cohesive and living inside of the environment and being green and kind of spreading that environmental leadership all throughout the world. And it's not just in the automotive industry. You can see, here's one that's kind of interesting. In Japan, they're actually doing research and design on how to make compost faster and cleaner. So you might think, well, why do they care about animal manure? Well, a lot of that actually goes into the runoffs of rivers and streams and has a big impact on global warming and air pollution. So what Toyota can do is actually use a lot of that science and that technology and bring it over to the automotive industry to make advancements in fuel economy and lowering pollution.
That's great. That's very cool.
In addition to that, we have an area here where we call Eco Tips. And this is an area just kind of showcases some of the small steps that individuals can take that will add up to a big difference, such as your camera that you have. Are you using rechargeable batteries? If you're going to paint a room in your house, can you use water-based paints? Or even the appliances that you use, are they Energy Star efficient appliances? So all of those things, they add up to making it do a difference. And we ourselves can make huge strides in the environmental impact just by the things that we do every day.
Change something so little makes such a big difference.
So in addition to that, we have an opportunity to calculate our carbon footprint. We're going to hit Start the Experience. Now a carbon footprint, we all have one. It's basically our impact on the environment. So how much, what is the miles per gallon of our car? Do we fly? Where do we buy our clothes from? How do we heat our home? These are all things that make an impact.
That's very
on.
cool.
So we're going to hit carbon footprint right here, and we can actually see what is our impact on the environment, our greenhouse gases. So we have just a couple of things that could factor into a carbon footprint. So how do you heat your home? Electricity, natural gas, or oil? Any one of those three? What we'll do is pick one of them.
Let's just go with natural gas.
Natural gas, okay. And average on natural gas is usually around $25 to a couple $100. So this is a monthly bill. So what would you, on average, doesn't have to be exact, what do you think yours would be?
Try $100.
$100, okay.
I'd rather go higher than lower.
And vehicle do you drive? Now something that's 41 miles per gallon or greater, 29 to 40, 19 to
28.
19 to 28. Okay. And how many miles would you drive in a week? 0, 1 to 100, 101 to
1 to 100.
Okay, 1 to 100. Now, do you do any flying at all? Are you on
occasionally?
Okay, under 10,000?
Under 10,000.
Okay. So what that's going to do now is going to calculate your carbon footprint, and that's going to compare that score to the national average of 2 individuals that are living in a household. So currently, based on the answers you provided, your lifestyle emits 15,009 pounds of CO2 into the atmosphere each year. The average 2-person household emits 45,000 per year. Your car only emits 4,293. The national average is 12,500. So we can learn about how to actually reduce our carbon footprint. So right now, let's say that you drove a vehicle that was over 41 miles to the gallon. You can see
how do you feel about that?
This is incredible. You never realize what you're actually doing. You just doing things for yourself, and you don't realize how it's affecting your environment or anything else.
That's right. And these things kind of just show you what you can do to actually lower that or to make a positive effect on that environment. So driving less, having a vehicle that gets a higher gas mileage, not driving at all, maybe you can work from home. These are all things that will affect it. Also, just some common things of checking the tire pressure on your vehicle, using cruise control when you can, keeping your vehicle in shape as far as changing your spark plugs, your oil, fuel filter, air filter, also lightening your load. I don't know how many crowns you have in the back seat of your car, but the more weight that you have in that car will actually affect your gas mileage.
When was the last time you checked your tire pressure?
I have to say I've never checked it.
Yeah.
This is all, I honestly have never knew any of this stuff. It's all new to me. This is incredible. Things I'm gonna go home and do later today.
So yeah, and it's just really, it's about awareness and
Right.
driving these cars, and I say driving smart. And when I first started driving a hybrid, is one of those things that now I can take advantage of having that second system in the car. So I still have the gas engine that's normally there, but now I have a computer-controlled system for an electric motor and a battery that if I actually take my foot off that accelerator pedal when I'm coming to a stop or a stoplight, I'm actually charging that battery, which will ultimately lead to not having the gas engine come on as often. I can actually drive further on the electric battery.